Hey, this is Jan from Log Cabin Leather, and I'm here to welcome you to my live retirement sale. I'll be retiring some handmade leather products that I won't be making anymore. Before I get into that, since I am right on time, and again, technology is not my friend, I would like to, I'm going to wait a few minutes to see if anybody comes on. If anybody is on, I would really appreciate a comment just to make sure the audio and the visual are working. I mean, I tried to do a little post about the sale yesterday, and I didn't have the audio on at one point. I didn't have the video on for the first half of another recording I did, so I had a few disasters in there. I would really love to know if this is working, because again, I'm trying to broadcast actually on 3 different platforms at the same time. I'm live on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. So again, sometimes I can, Facebook and YouTube are kind of working together, and I forget to end one, and I'm still on the other. So I've been having some issues there. So please, if you are watching this, I would appreciate you letting me know that you're here. I will go through the purpose of this sale and why I'm retiring things and what I mean by retirement sale. It's not me retiring. I hope that I will be able to create handmade leather goods until the day I die. I mean, if my body holds up and my hands hold up, that it's my passion, and I, don't ever want to give it up. So I will talk a little bit why I'm retiring things. I will talk about how you purchase things. This is not a regular sale where you can go to my website and buy them, because these are products I am retiring. I'm not putting them on my website because this is the last time you're going to see them. So I can't see the purpose in that. And I've been told for SEO and so forth, once you put something on your website, pages and products and stuff, you shouldn't remove them completely. That's bad for SEO. So I don't want to do that with this group of things. So I'll tell you how to order them. And then I'm going to showcase everything that's for sale and so forth, one by one. But while I'm waiting a few more minutes, let me give you an update on some of the other events that are coming up. Again, next month is February, and it is the month I started doing leatherwork in 1977. So the whole month of February, I'm celebrating a trip down memory lane where I'm going to take you into my workshop. I'm going to tell you a lot of the stories about the products I created. Every day I'm highlighting a different product and different things about it and so forth, and all the things that and how things have changed from then to now and so forth. I'll be talking about. March is actually where I'm going to talk about the newer type products that I've made since 2020, and how that helped rekindle my passion, which I was really lost after some of these products retired and so forth. So I'll be telling lots of stories, lots of videos, lots of slideshows of products I've made and so forth. So stay tuned to that. If you want to really stay in the loop and know what's going on, become a VIP. My VIPs are the people on my email list. They get, emails with updates on what's going on. They also get special discounts and offers when I have sales and promotions. In February, I'll be launching another belt collection. Hand-tooled leather belts have been one of my longest standing collection. I'll be launching a collection on February 27th. And if you're a VIP, you will get a special offer for that promotion and so forth that is only offered to VIPs, things like that. Again, sometimes it's a pre-order event that you get to pre-order things because everything is limited edition. So sometimes you get to reserve it before it actually is for sale. Sometimes, again, early bird access, things like that, free shipping offers, all different things like that for people that are my VIPs. So if you're interested in possibly purchasing some of my products, which is I hope why you're here, then you might want to do that so that you can see what's happening and what's going on. All right. I guess I'm going to get started. If anybody is watching, I'd love to know how you heard about me, where you're from, any comment to make sure you can hear me. That would really help because, again, I can see comments here. I'm not sure on Instagram if I'll see comments. So that's why I'm hoping I'll see something so that I can tell that people can see this. So the purpose of this sale, again, my name is Jan. And my business is Log Cabin Leather by Jan. I've been creating handmade leather goods since 1977, which was before the digital age, before computers, before cell phones. So the products that people bought in 1977 when I started are very different from the products that people are interested in today. So basically, I am retiring the products, the types of things that people don't buy anymore. In all honesty, one of my collections that I've been most passionate about is my book covers. Over the last 48 years, I've made some incredibly beautiful book covers with nature scenes, all different kinds of animals, again, things that I think are really beautiful and have appealed to a lot of people. Obviously, I've sold them for many years, but book covers are not something people buy anymore. So I have a couple last things here with the carved pieces that might, home decor and book covers and things like that. But that's something people don't buy anymore. So I really had lost my passion for a while. Some of the stuff also that I have for sale here is things that don't really fit into my criteria anymore, because I am going to try to focus on nature themed items, which is where I've gone since 2000, I would say 18 more, and my hand tooled geometric designs on my belts, guitar straps, accessories, and so forth. Again, because belts have always been my signature line from 1977, or I would say maybe it's 1978 when I started selling them in public to the present day. That has always been my best selling line and has always continued, to be very popular, obviously. And so that's something that will continue. And that's why the belt launched in February, because celebrating that. All right. So that's some of the reasons. Again, some of the products don't have designs on them. So doesn't give me passion. I mean, when I first started, and again, I didn't wear it today, my leather vest was the first thing I ever made because I learned to sew. So that I made. I have a leather jacket over here that I sewed for my husband and things like that. But that didn't give me passion, because it's the painting and the carving and the animals and the inspiration I get from nature that really intrigues me. And so those things really didn't do it for me. And so that's why, again, some of these things are going to be retired. So now, as far as ordering, you can't order on my website because, like I said, I'm not going to put these things on the website because this is the last time you're going to see them. So I can't see the point of listing things that aren't going to be available anymore. I mean, I may post some of them in, again, some of the things you'll see during the month of February, a lot of the videos and so forth. I may put links to those videos so you can see the types of products I've made over the years, but they're not going to be offered. Things like book covers will be offered for custom orders and things. But anyway, so for this sale, if you're watching live, you need to comment if I hold up something I want and say sold, I want that. Say something so that I know you're interested in it. If you're watching a replay, you can do the same thing. I'll watch, and everything is kind of time stamped so I can see who said what when and so forth. So I'll go that way. So that's what you need to do. You can email me. My email is, again, if you're watching on Facebook and YouTube, it's right at the bottom of this. If you're on Instagram, you'll have to find a link in the bio or whatever, and email me, message me or whatever. And then I'll send an invoice, which can be paid by a credit card, and it will come via PayPal, but you don't have to have a PayPal account. And then you can pay the invoice and so forth from there. So again, let's see how this goes. So I'll have some prizes I was going to give away if I see people watching, but at this point, I don't see much. So if you're watching, please give a comment so I can see that people can see this. And again, like I said, I'm going to think about changing the time because I don't know if this is the best time. So, all right. First of all, I have some clutch wallets, wristband wallets, are what I call them. They're these cute little clutch purses. They have the wrist handle, so you can carry it on your wrist. The handle is detachable, so you don't have to have it, so you can just have it as a hand clutch. It has a magnetic closure. This is a pretty blue, somewhat stiff leather. And inside it does have a couple compartments. I'm not sure if that will show on TV. It has a compartment here, which is a great place to slip a cell phone because it's going to be snug and it's sided with suede, leather. And then there's another compartment here. There also, in this center little flap here, there are some credit card pockets. So I'm not sure if that's really going to show, but this piece in here has a credit card pocket on each side. So 2 pockets to put credit cards, and that divides the handbag into two separate areas. One is a little narrower, which maybe is, which I would say was a good place for the cell phone, and then a bigger compartment to keep your other stuff in. And so now I have these in multiple colors. So this is blue. We're going to try to keep like simple colors. I mean, royal blue, but blue. I also have it in what I call a buckskin, which is like a golden yellow. I have brown. And see now the brown, you can see it's a softer leather. It's not a stiff. It's a little softer feeling than the blue leather is. The blue is rather stiff. And I have this beautiful teal color, which of course is my favorite. That's a little bit softer. That has it's called mellow tone, and it's nice, soft feel. Yeah. And again, a lot of these I have a couple of, and then I have it in black. And again, the black is a little bit stiffer. You can see how it holds. So all of those originally were like $50, $55 each, somewhere around there. But right now they're 2 for $25. So any two for $25. I call it a wrist clutch. So, you can say sold to wrist clutch. What colors you want? We have the blue, buckskin, brown, black, teal. And so those are, again, 2 for $25. Just tell me what two you want. And again, then I will message me or email me with what you want or comment here. Then I will send you an invoice. I'll have to get your email and so forth like that, your address. And then I can create an invoice because the shipping is if you're ordering directly from me like this, the shipping is going to be based on what I pay for costs to get that shipped to you. So depending on what you buy, it's going to be determined by, the package size and so forth, things like that. So those are the first things. And again, those are discontinued because they're not carved pictures. They don't fill my passion, I guess. So the next thing, I have a couple over-the-shoulder clutches. Now, this is a slightly different style. This has a long handle. This is actually what I use for my handbag. Again, my favorite color. This is that mellow tan leather, which is soft, kind of buttery feel. It has some stiffness to it, but yet it's soft. And again, inside this, it has a compartment at the top, which is where I keep a little cash in my pocketbook, set up similar to those other ones where it has a compartment in the center. And again, here is the credit card pockets, one in each side. The back pocket, I think is good for the cell phone, the other compartment. And again, see, I carry a pocket this so I don't carry a lot. So when I go in a store or something, I take this. I do have a tote bag, which I carry some other essentials of, emergency supplies and other things that I take with me, water bottle, things like that. But in my little handbag, I just I attach my keys to the corner here and I'm good to go and so forth. It goes over the shoulder, things like that. So now I have it in the beautiful teal color. I also have it in this royal blue. And again, that's not the same blue as that other clutch. This is a much softer, very soft, pebble grain, even softer than that same setup. And again, these are, if you want dimensions, I can give you the dimensions. They're about 8 by 5 by 1.5. The other ones, the original ones, were about the same. They're about the same size as the other clutches I was showing you, size-wise. And again, discontinued because I'm not making this type of product anymore. They were $55. Now they're $30. So if anybody's interested in those, I only have the one of each of those. So that's what's left there. Next, I have a couple of cell phone cases, I believe, are what I have next here. I have cell phone cases in several different sizes. And again, these are more, I would say, men's cell phone cases. They're belt cell phone cases. So they would hook to a belt. And how these hook to a belt is you have to feed it through the belt. You cannot get it off the belt without taking the belt off. So sometimes that can be more of a pain, but at the same time, it is not going to come off if it gets caught on something. So that is a benefit of these. So they all have a loop on the back to go through your belt loop, and it will take up to 1 3/4 inch belt. but it's going to hold it snug against your body. So this is obviously a vertical style. They're different sizes and so forth. And this is where part of the reason I had stopped making these, again, doesn't have a design on it. I mean, they could be made with designs, but the sizes change so frequently. All the cell phones, they keep, for a while they were small, and then they kept going bigger, 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 and bigger. And then I think they've, I'm not a real cell phone user, to be quite honest. I use it for my business, basically. But the rest of the time, I'm not. Service up here is terrible. I live in New Hampshire, and so most of the places you can't get service. So it really doesn't help me. But in any event, it was hard to make them the sizes that people wanted and so forth because they were always changing. But I do have some of those. So if you might be interested in one of these, I'll show you the other ones I have. Again, email me. Let me know you're interested. I will tell you the exact dimensions to let you know if you think your phone will go into it, things like that. Some, like, again, I keep my phone in another, case, which in this case would fit inside here for my cell phone. The whole thing would fit inside if I wanted it to. Things like that. So if you have questions, I will try to answer that. So that's a vertical one. Here's another vertical one. Now this one has a snap closure. This one has a Velcro closure. This dark brown, this is a little bit softer. It's actually called Acorn. This is a buckskin one. And again, they all have the belt loop on the back. Again, another one in that Acorn. So in the different colors, those are all the vertical ones. These are all approximately the same size. So, again, did I write down the size? They are about 6.5 inches tall and 4 inches wide. And about 3/4 of an inch or an inch wide. That one's like an inch wide. And again, those were $57. Now they're down to $30. So again, just trying to get, remove the stock. So I don't, a lot of these things I don't lug around anymore, but still they're taking up space. So I would like to get rid of them. If you're really interested, I may even offer you more deal. You buy more. I also have something that go the horizontal way. So I have, now that's, I think, a little smaller, to be quite honest. That one, brown, is 6.5 by 3.5. So 3.5 tall, 6.5 wide. And does have the belt loop. This one is bigger. This was 7.5 by 4. And does black. And again, has the belt loop. So it goes horizontally on your belt loop. Those were $55. Those are $28 now. I have some more wrist clutch cell phone cases. Again, the wrist strap removable, like some of the other ones I showed. This is a stiffer royal blue color, has a snap closure. This has the 2 credit card pockets there. And again, it does have 2 other sections inside as well. Just 2 separate, which is all suede inside completely on the inside. So very soft to put your things in and so forth. So again, like your cell phone, is it going to get scratched? So I have it in royal blue. And then I have a couple here that actually even have a zipper pocket on the front. Same basic, has a pocket there. I guess only one compartment inside because it has the one on the front. That is a pocket, goes inside here. So I have those. Again, I have the 2 different styles in the royal blue. This is one of it. It's like a purpley color. And those are all $30. Or make me an offer. Like I said, I'm trying to get rid of them. So that's it for those things. All right. Moving on. I have now, this is more for men. I have some rifle slings. Again, trying to please everybody. First, I started with belts. People love the belts. From there, musicians asked for guitar straps because they like the tool designs and thought that would be great on a guitar strap. My guitar straps are another one of my signature lines. They are fully padded. They do provide ultimate comfort. Everyone that owns one, is really pleased with the comfort and so forth that it provides. So that is something different. From there grew these kind of rifle slings. We live in New Hampshire. We do have a lot of hunters, although hunting kind of goes against my values, which is really the reason that I'm retiring them. Because again, hunting is fine if you're going to use the whole animal, the hide, the meat, the bones. I have a lot of connections to Native American culture. I work at one of the top 10 museums here in the United States. So taking care of the earth is important to me. So this kind of goes against that. Although, yes, some hunters may be doing it ethically and so forth like that. So I have some rifle slings. So right now, these are going to be $50. I'm going even down from what I had. I'm going to say $50 because I'm trying to get rid of them. These are padded. So again, the rifle sling would hang this way on your body, the rifle hanging behind you as you're walking through the woods, things like that. So it's fully padded. So they do come in some different widths. They are adjustable. They have some screws here, and you can adjust the length, to accommodate the size and the comfort you need for your rifle. Some are, wider. Padding might be for something that's heavier. Again, I don't know much about rifles. Again, it's something I really like to handle myself. So those are rifle slings. So those are $50. Again, if you're interested in those, email me and I can give you the more details and so forth on them. I'm not going to go into it too much now because I don't think anybody's really watching. So I don't think it really matters. So those are rifle slings. Again, subscribe to my email if you are interested in more nature-themed things with the geometric designs, which would be the belts and the guitar straps and things like that. Some, smaller accessories and so forth, wearable art. So the next thing are some of my tooled designs. These are some of the things that break my heart that I'm no longer making, and so forth. So again, I kind of really lost my passion for a while because it's, I came to the realization book covers and things like that are not things people buy anymore. Everything is digital. Nobody uses a photo album anymore. Everything's stored on your phone. I started before phone, before you took your phone with you. So, and you didn't have storage on your phone. It was 35 millimeter film and you had to take it somewhere to be developed. So then you got the pictures and you put them in an album because that was the only way you could really keep track of them and see them and so forth. So in any event, a lot of these things, it does break my heart to see them go, the carved pictures. So this first one is a little bit different because it's what I call a desk organizer. Again, the first one I ever made was something from my mother. She had something similar, or this idea sitting on the desk in the front hall. She put the mail in it. So this is the last one I have. I also have the first one I ever made here. Is under the table again somewhere. This is the very first one I ever made. This one was 1977. The carved pictures of birds there, both a memorial on that side. And this is my very last one now. So again, it's like 8 inches wide, long, 4 inches wide, 6 inches tall. A lot of people use it to keep remotes in. Again, a lot of people do that on the phone now too. So a lot of these things, are kind of obsolete. So desk organizer, but it's still a beautiful piece to display something, to organize, to keep some junk in, whatever, keys in, whatever you want. These were originally up over a couple $100 because they're all hand sewn. $95 for this, and maybe less if you make me an offer. I have, again, a photo album, the last of a long line of photo albums that I've made. And again, this I've had, honestly, for a while, but I haven't been taking it very many places because people aren't interested in photo albums anymore. So if you're interested in a photo album, beautiful picture on the front there of a leopard, and inside it holds, again, see, I used to buy these things at Bradley's years ago, and I still have a supply of them, actually, of the photo albums, but I stopped making them. I used to just assemble the photo albums. So I think 3x5 photos, it does say in there. So again, if anybody's interested, I'll give you more details on that. Let's see where this one is. $50. If you want it, it's $50. It's got the 3-ring binder inside. I have the loon passport covers. Loons, if anybody know anything about me, loons are my favorite. They've been dear to my heart since I was 6 years old. And so, again, my catalog, a lot of things I have loons on them. The tennis bag, I have my father's. It was from 1980. It's hanging over here. That's why I poured there. You can't see it. But again, loons have always been my favorite. So this is the last thing I have carved cover. I do have some new items that I'm making that have loons, so that keeps me connected to them and so forth. The sound they make is still my favorite thing. So this is a passport cover. So it has the loon on the front. Let me just show an imitation passport in there. It has pockets in the front for the ID, clear pocket in the front there, a couple other pockets, pocket in the side here. Again, pocket under the passport itself, 2 other little pockets on the back here. So it's kind of like a passport and wallet in one. So that's that. And that was $85. Now it's $45. Again, last one. Won't be making anything like that anymore unless it's a custom order, things like that. I have a checkbook cover. Checkbook covers are some of the most beautiful pictures I've done or whatever. Of course, I think a lot of them, they're all original. They're all one of a kind. You're never going to find anything like it anywhere else because they were all my own original pieces. And it's amazing how many people come back to me and say, my mother-in-law has a checkbook cover I made for her probably, 30 years ago. And it was when... It had to be that long ago because it was when my husband's father was still alive, and he's been gone since 92. So it was made way back around that era. Has foxes on it. And she says it still looks like brand new. She's, old school like I am, still carries a checkbook, doesn't use it, has never used a cell phone, doesn't own one. So carries a checkbook and still gets many compliments on her checkbook. So this is the very last one I have. This is a humpback whale. A unique feature of my checkbooks always was, and my journals always had this feature too. The pen locks the checkbook closed. So you can't open the checkbook when the pen is in it. When you take the pen out, you can open those loops. Then you have places for credit cards up there. The pocket here, it does have the slot if you have the slide in from the side, the top style. So still very versatile. And then when you put the pen back in, it locks it closed. You always have the pen with you when you need to write your check. Handy, beautiful, functional, which is what most of my items were. And again, breaks my heart to see them go. So this was $95. Now it's down to $50. If you want it, it's $50. It was going to be $65. Now it's $50. Very sad to see them go. Now, this is the last carved thing I have to show you. I am working on some decor things, but clocks were something I would not have discontinued. I loved making the clocks, and they do fit into what I'm doing now, which is a little bit more in the home decor line. Still a lot of bird themed things and so forth, but I can't find the frames. The frames that I want, the style I want, is something that I bought in a kit years ago. And, it was just the piece of leather, and you made the picture on it. It's like, cut out for the shape here and so forth. And where the clock was going to go, I guess, and, hole for where the clock went. And so it lined up like it does on here. And then you made the picture yourself. So, but I can't get the frames anymore. So the clocks are being discontinued for that. This is really a picture frame. So this is something that does have to hang on the wall. Again, because of the battery operated mounting and so forth, it does come with the batteries, but it sticks out from the wall a little bit. So it really is best if it hangs on a wall and so forth. Beautiful clock. It's a 11 by 14, I think it is. 11 by 14 frame, 2 AA batteries, snowy owl nest. So like in the tundra, snowy owls on their nest, one flying in, one on the nest. Another one nesting close to that. And so this clock again is was 150, now it's 75. If anybody who's interested in that. A couple of the notebooks I have here. This again, this is more inspired by the native culture. The influence I have there. This beautiful, this is again, the stiffer royal blue leather. This is a pocket on the front, so a great place to slide your cell phone in or whatever and keep it as you walk in and so forth like that. So it's handy, but it's, going to stay in there pretty good. Inside is a spiral notebook. So again, great for a student, an artist, something like that. It will hold a good size, 9 by 12 notebook, I believe, or 11. Yeah, 9 by 12, I think it is. It has places for your pens, your markers, and things over here. You've got actually 2 pockets. You've got a slash pocket there. You've got a pocket underneath. You can also slip things under the book over here. It's fully lined. It's got a nice suede blue lining in it that matches the outside. And this was $150. Now it's $75, or best offer. This is another one. Again, a lot of journal covers, book covers are things I made. So trying to move away a little bit, trying to come up with something maybe that people weren't so interested in. They carved animal pictures for a while. So I tried to do something a little bit different. But of course, then realized it wasn't what was on the book cover. It was just the book covers themselves are not something people use. Now, people still use journals. So, and what's nice about these, like this is a composition book. You fill the composition book, you remove it, you put another composition book in, you have a beautiful cover to inspire you. It has this cute little rustic nail. Of course, I live in a log cabin, so nails are your purchase for the house to lock and close. Opens, has a pocket in the front here, has a composition book in the middle. It's just a slide-in pocket. So it actually slides in from either side. Pocket underneath here, but now you've got this nice zippered pocket on the side here to keep some things in. You've got the pen there, and like I said, the pocket underneath there. So I think a beautiful, beautiful setup. I really do. Great for an artist or something to put a sketchbook in, things like that. Or somebody who likes to do journaling. You have your pen, you have everything with you, you have the notebook, you take it with you. It's going to keep your pages safe. Again, so this was $99. Now it's $65 or best offer. I have some larger notebooks too. I have this one as a sketchbook. So similar style. Has a locking pen loop. Similar thing, pocket here, slides in from the side there. This one now that Velcros has a big Velcro pocket on the back instead of, it's more for artist supplies because I was thinking more so they could keep a larger supply of their pencils or art drawings things in there. And then another pocket underneath there. And the sketchbook. So 9 by 12 sketchbook. And then again, the locking nail closure. So that one was, again, this is $85. Let's see here. I have this notebook. Let's start my list here. Again, this holds a spiral-bound notebook. Again, see, I was thinking like college students, back to school, some business person to carry around if they take notes or whatever. It's called the bookmark notebook because there is a bookmark attached to it here that can be detached, but it is a bookmark that matches the design on the front. Beautiful carved leather piece. Again, it's obviously more what I call now my geometric design. It's, matches. I've got two pockets here on the front again. Holds a bunch of different writing utensils there. Pocket under the pad of paper. Again, the larger pad of paper, the 9 by 12 pad of paper. And now I think it's a beautiful notebook. Now I'm going to have to find where that was on my list here because I dropped it on the floor. Can't see what I had listed here. Yeah, I had this. All right. So again, $95 or best offer. We're going for best offers here. I have a drum. This is something I did. This is something I made years ago, and I used to sell a lot of drums. Again, doing a lot of powwows, American events. So I had drums. There is a drum beater for this, which I don't have handy because, again, this was not something I was intending to do. Really, I mean, again, it's real, it's rawhide and so forth. It's covered in deer skin. It is a cardboard tube. It, sound is. My dog is getting upset. Here's it. So that's, again, the drum. $50 if anybody's interested in that. And I think that is probably going to wrap it up. I have a few other things, but I don't really see the point in showing them because I don't see that anybody's watching them. And in all honesty, they're things that I might put out for a holiday collection. So I think I'll hold up on those. So once again, if you're watching this on a replay and you're interested in ordering anything, email me, message me, and tell me what you're interested in. You do have to watch a video to see what was available, and just tell me, what you saw, and obviously I will try to get it to you and give you the information you need and send you the invoice. And once I have your email and your address so I can get you the information, I will do that, and I will get it shipped off ASAP. So thank you very much. Again, I look forward to hopefully you seeing more from me in the future. I'd really love, even if you watch a replay, what's a better time for me to do this? It doesn't seem like 10 o'clock is a good time. I realize that now. I'm thinking maybe 11 o'clock would be better. I would really love to know what people think so that moving forward, I can make this more beneficial for you and for me. Thank you once again. Now, if I can figure out how to shut this off, I'll be good. Thank you very much. Bye.